Yeah, works for me.
I'm a little busy right now.
Can I help you? You lost, kiddo? Sounds like something a thief would say. I had some high hopes for this shop back when my husband and I opened it a while back. These days, if you ain't a regular, you're usually trouble. Of course, something happened. Ain't that always the case? Let's just say, those hopes died a long time ago, and there ain't no reviving them. Snacks, drinks, odds and ends, typical convenience store fare. Thought we'd snag a few of the Astro Lounge clubgoers who might want something to go on their way home. Turns out we were more appealing to the local gangs. Sounds like we understand each other then. Solomon thought a small convenience store with cheaper prices would make a killing. Of course, the only killing made was when he got himself shot in a robbery. Now it's just me running this place, so you can see why I'm not a huge fan of strangers in my shop. Mostly tied up in those good-for-nothing gangs. Those disciples and strikers always fighting over who gets to run the place, and not giving a damn over whose lives they ruin. I may not be on the main strip, but I make enough to keep me afloat. Lucky for me, my regulars are a devoted crew. Check it out. Until next time.
Cover me while I go!
Guess we're doing this.
wasn't done with you yet.
Well, they were probably poor anyway.
Screw this!
Oh, no you don't. I will find you.
Go on! All dead. Cool. Why? Are you gonna go out for cigarettes?
think this is a game? You're not gonna like it when you lose! You can't hide forever.
Easy find.
Guess we're doing this.
I knew it!
Lost him. Not that I was looking that hard. I think they gave up.
I didn't join up for this! Better not come back.
Gonna open you up.
Coming in hot!
You're dead. Run! Fight what's out! You're mine, Pop!
Screw this! Not even trying to hide, are ya?
Need something? Yeah, sure. All right.
Thought I was gonna see some action tonight.
hold it right there, I need you to back down and give me a chance to explain. I had a feeling you'd be the one to come after me. Yes and no, but mostly no. Just hear me out, okay? You stay in this business long enough, you get enough favors and connections that can help you see anything coming. Nix owed me a favor and gave me the heads up. Yeah? And I didn't look guilty before, based on those files you got from Nix? Ularu set me up. Yes, I've been acting as a double agent, but because she ordered me to. The assignment was meant to deceive, not benefit. And Project Dominion is way above my pay grade. It'd be impossible for me to deliver it. At least, intentionally. You're trusting me on this one. Huh. Not to cast doubt on myself, but I fully expected to push my persuasion skills to the limit. Glad to know what side you're on. Even though I've been emulating Ularu my entire career. I guess in this industry, it's just a matter of time before your mentor turns on you. This slate holds the evidence to prove my innocence. I just need you to make sure Dalton sees it. I won't forget it. And I have a feeling you wouldn't let me anyway. I'm going to stay here and lay low until I know where Dalton and Masako stand. In the meantime, I know you don't hear it too often, but thank you. I had a feeling you'd be the one to come after me. I know this doesn't look good. Ularu set me up. And Project Dominion... You're trusting me on this. As much as I love your faith in people, a trait like that can get you killed. If this all works out in my favor, I'll have to work on that. This slate holds the evidence to prove my... Let's just hope this does the trick. I'm going to stay here and lay low until I know where Dalton and Masako stand. In the meantime, I know you don't hear it too often.
Syndicate! Climb in for me, I swear! This means you finished your business. What'll it be? Come again.
Sorry, kind of busy here.
Well, look who's back. Dalton's gonna lose it when he finds out you went to the Syndicate without talking to him. I guess we'll see, won't we? And you didn't even have the sense to speak to Bayu. Believe me, that's the last thing Bayu will care about if he finds out you went into his territory without permission. So tell me, what did you find out? If you think I'm paying for that information, think again. It's just a matter of time before it finds its way onto my desk, and I can be a very patient person. Inside the Syndicate? That area is off limits, and I think we both know why. Imogene knew exactly what she was doing when she went there. Oh my, Imogene pointing the finger at Ularu. That would be a first. Ularu will want her head when she finds out. That's quite a statement. This situation is gonna give Dalton some serious anxiety. At least it sounds like Imogene has it under control. For now. If I were you, I'd leave it up to Dalton. If there's even a chance that Ularu is betraying the company, you'll never find out if she knows she's under investigation. A mole? No. Ularu's not about to work for another corporation. If she's betraying Ryujin, she's doing it under her own personal agenda. Oh, I can guarantee they're good reasons. For her. The question now is, who else is she planning to screw over to get her way? Because if she considered Imogene to be expendable, that means we all are. Interesting chat, Op. I'll look forward to seeing the results. I think it's time to do a little investigating of my own. trouble.
Is there something I can help you with? Excuse me? Let me close this door before you say anything else you might regret. Just a moment. Shutting the door and engaging locks. That's better. And that's quite the story you just threw in my face. Not to mention a serious accusation. And just where is this absurd notion coming from? Perhaps you do have an advantage here. Fine. Since it's just you and me here, I'll come clean. I leaked Project Dominion to Infinity Ltd. But I'm no mole. Please. It's insulting that you think I'd actually be working for someone other than Ryujin or myself. With the amount of secrecy and security surrounding that project, I'm happy to report that's true. You see, I'm not a mole. I'm an opportunist. And no one is more loyal to Ryujin than I am. Masako, on the other hand, is losing her touch. Ryujin needs strong leadership for what lies ahead. A CEO who can make the hard decisions. It was never my intent to involve Imogene. But when you arrived with information on Project Dominion, I knew Infinity had screwed up. I had no choice but to act fast. Imogene is the only one that Dalton and the others would believe was capable of pulling this off. It had to be her. It's all part of my plan. But don't worry. Infinity Ltd. will never be able to complete Vina's work. I made sure of that. What do you think? If someone was a threat to your family, would you be satisfied waiting for them to strike? Of course not. You'd eliminate the threat before it had a chance to act. In some cases, before it even realized what it was capable of. Back then, hard decisions were all about screwing people over and white-collar crime. Today, they're more about ensuring success, by any means necessary. So, now that you know, it's time to see how good you are at making hard decisions. With your help, I can take down Masako and make the credits worth your while. So whose side are you on? Masako's or Ryujin's? Good. Now that I know where your loyalties lie, I suggest you act as if nothing's changed. If you're looking for a scapegoat on Project Dominion,
You can feed Imogene to the wolves. When it's time for the next phase of my plans, I'll let you know. Masako's going to regret not taking my advice. Of course. Vina's original design was external, like all the others. I'd have Imogene go through the motions of delivering everything herself. Having her act as a double agent was just extra insurance. It's no secret that I consider Imogene to be my protégé. I cared for her as a colleague and friend. But I've poured my life into Ryujin, and every day I see the reports of our competition growing, becoming bolder. When Project Dominion came along, it was the perfect opportunity to make my move. Unfortunately, Imogene was the only one who fit the profile to pull it off. As I said, I'll fill you in when we're ready for the next step. We may be working together, but I don't trust you enough to divulge my plan in its entirety. It's nothing personal, just business. Perceptive, aren't you? Itaru Saito, Masako's predecessor. He's the one that inspired me to work for Ryujin Industries. He helped Ray DeCaris build this corporation out of nothing. And Masako managed to oust him, all due to a little friction with the Freestar Collective and Benjamin Bayou. I intend to reinstate the type of leadership that he represents. One that refuses to back down, and does whatever it takes to succeed.
I want to sell a plushie and then charge an arm and a leg for 1,000 different accessories. I could really use the body parts.
Once I'm CEO...
I've got my eye on you. I don't do idle chit-chat.
Eye on you.
If only... I hope you're minding yourself while on the job.
Ryujin certainly spared no expense on their exec.
So, you're finally back. With no sign of Imogene. And here I thought sending you after her would be a simple task. I was afraid of that. I'll have Yuko determine her position, so we can start tracking her. Were you at least able to gather any data on how she was able to access Project Dominion? And this is precisely my concern against such technology. I'll be sure to bring this up to Masako. Now, I need to undertake the laborious task of writing up a report to summarize all of this. In the meantime, Masako has requested your presence in R&D. She wants you to meet her in Vinakara's office. Once I've examined this evidence, I may need your help in moving forward. And not a word about this to anyone. I'll present what I have to the board once I've completed a full report.
trouble.
Don't wander into any restricted areas.
All right, relax. This experiment can't go worse than the last
Are
one.
you sure you're okay? You left pretty fast.
I'm fine. I really thought that formula would be the one, and it blew up in my face. Almost literally.
Was your first test drive? Could have been worse.
Yeah, I just need a few minutes to sort myself out. And let the smoke settle.
That smoke's long since cleared. It's the smell that's lingering. But it's no worse than that time Bezzy singed off all his facial hair.
Oh my god. And we still give him hell over that. Thanks for cheering me up.
Hello. Never a dull moment in R&D.
There's just nothing like that feeling of getting it right the first time.
Please refrain from
I
engaging
need that rothicite if we want to complete the neuroamp.
Don't worry, we'll figure it out and get that shipment back. Good, you're here. It's time to put a plan in motion to take full control of this situation with Infinity Ltd. The mole took priority. Now that Dalton has everything he needs, thanks to you, we're free to proceed. We don't know to what extent Infinity has taken the current neuroamp schematics, so our top priority is completing our own. Let me introduce you to Veena Kalra, Head of Research and Development. She'll give you the initial details.
Yes, details. You see, the internal neuroamp is supposed to consist of two parts. The first part, the part Infinity stole, handles the manipulative effects. The second part is a shielding modification, designed to protect the user against other neuroamp users. Well, we can't, but the shielding aspect was never officially a part of Project Dominion. It was an afterthought of how to safeguard our own people from being manipulated, so it was being researched separately as a mod. The research itself was in early stages, too early for board approval, so only myself, DeMarcus, and Masako know about it. Big time. We'd be the only ones unaffected.
No one wants their greatest asset used against them. Once Veena can complete the internal neuroamp and shielding mod, the plan is to outfit you with both and have you infiltrate Infinity Ltd. We can't risk the assignment until we know your mind has the necessary protection. You're a Ryujin employee, and we need a job done. We've trusted you this far, so I feel it's safe to continue the trend. Good. I'm glad you see this as an opportunity.
And I love a willing subject. Now it's just a matter of getting the key ingredient. The final kink in both designs was finding compatible materials to use for conductivity that the human body wouldn't reject. I've finally created the perfect alloy, but it requires a newly discovered refined element called rothicite.
The last shipment we were supposed to receive never arrived, and we've gotten no response to our queries from the station. We have a confidential contract with Consolidated Mining to keep the discovery quiet, so it's unusual for them not to respond. We have several theories. Dealing with a new element on a new planet has its own set of risks. It could be environmental, mechanical, or worst-case scenario, pirates, mercenaries. We are leaning toward the latter. I think we all share that concern. which is why I want you to find out exactly what happened while recovering the shipment. Precisely why we're sending you. The station is called CM Station RC-1. It's on a moon called Carinae 3A in the Carinae system. Unfortunately, we had to cut ties with our supply chain manager, Camden Cho, and his replacement is still getting up to speed. Otherwise, I may have had more useful information. I can't discuss the details. Company policy. Camden managed all of our outside contracts. He set up the initial agreements with Consolidated Mining, so he had on-site access and knowledge that we could have used. Which is why you have my full faith for this assignment. Be prepared for anything. Once you have the shipment, bring it straight back to Vina. Remember to be prepared. Your top priorities are, if the shipment has been moved, once the shipment is secure, bring it. Consolidated Mining is one of the old, as their name may suggest, they grew their business on Unfortunately, the person who could have answered that question. All I can say is that the station is one of the first to be set up to mine. Of course, but our technician, we like to keep them limited to...
It's time. The sooner you get that Rothosite, the sooner I can get started on my work. Designed and developed right... She laid the groundwork. Oh, DeMarcus is my chief engineer. Don't tell me you don't know the name of Ryujin's. Ray DeCaris created Ryujin Industries. She developed the very first... I had the honor of working under her. That's right. I'm Dr. Vina Kalra, head of research. Do me a favor and watch your step. And as much as I'd love to test some... The one and only. It was one of the first... Funny story. The concept started off... It's a very rare element that appears to be... With the right purity in combination with... It's basically the ace of ours. For you, it'll be like going into a deep... For me, it'll be a few... Honestly, it's going to be fine. Did you say Marzana? I thought most of that data was lost. If you have anything at all on that project, I'll gladly take it off your hands. We're still not sure, and in this industry, it really could be anything. Faulty tools, bad estimates, even sabotage. I'm afraid I can't give you any details. It's still confidential even though the project has been shelved. Fair enough, and if you happen to find any more, now you know where to bring them. Stop by my office next time you're in the tower, okay?
Can't get anything done around here without running into red tape.
Stay on your best behavior, and we won't have a problem.
I couldn't ask for a better boss than...
Hang around too long? Can't talk. Doing calculus in my head. Does Ms. Kalra know you're wandering around up here?
Eager to help, if I can. Your investigation with the Freestar Rangers has come to an end. Are you satisfied with the results? I suppose not. This Ron Hope, supposedly a man of the people, was more concerned with profit than lives. He was not the first, and certainly will not be the last. But you decided to leave him alone. And you weigh their well-being against the lives that the farmers lost in all this? I'm surprised. I do understand there were few easy answers here. You made a decision, and now we should carry on with our mission.
Ron Hope was a real piece of work, wasn't he? Despicable is too kind a word. He held innocent people with little regard, treating their lives like numbers on a balance sheet. It's an absolute disgrace. I'm relieved to hear you say that. What I don't understand is why you let him off the hook. Don't you dare give me a needs of the many speech. By hiring those mercenaries to do his dirty work, Ron Hope unleashed hell on those farmers. They weren't simply out of a job, they lost their lives. If you're trying to make excuses by using that kind of talk, it's not going to work. There are consequences to any loss of life. To think otherwise, well, it simply isn't human. Perhaps next time you won't try and hide behind ridiculous metaphysical theories to hide your mistakes.
I always enjoy these moments.
Welcome to the Freestar Collective. Please maintain your current course while we scan your ship.
Missed the sound of my voice, huh?
All right, that's it. You're clear to land.
You know, if you go out there with no helmet on, your head will totally explode. True story.
Aren't you the one I saw running away from that?
Well, let's see now. Damn. There ain't been many... Oh, I suppose it does cross... I reckon... I suppose I don't think... How you doing? Always good to see another ranger.
Whatever. Last few errors are out of the system. Means I got about 10. Get out of here before you catch something.
Excuse me. Pardon?
You know, just by breathing the air in here, you are being exposed to a mountain.
There's such a mountain of work. I could really... I've got a light patient load right. I'm not seeing anything wrong with... Take care of yourself.
This place... I couldn't tell you the left. Okay, then.
Have to keep an eye on these dogs. It'd be enough to know that the Rangers are keeping an eye on us. But, well, I wouldn't really say we work together. Just, truth be told, I think it might drop. But I do appreciate being able to see him every... Nurse supervisor, the more I can look after... Take care.
Gotta hand it to these doctors. They put in a lot of hours.
Howdy.
Please leave. I'd like to recover in peace.
Doctors still don't know when we'll... Well, I think it's all right. Seeing as how my brother and I would... Doctors are nice enough. Treatments. That doesn't mean I'm not counting down the days until we can leave. That I am. Lucky me and my brother here have been patient. I, being the stronger and smarter one, am recovering. He was in a coma for months. This genius brother of mine was begging me to go on a hike with him on Aquila. He's real. So, we go on this hike, right? We don't know... Well, we start scavenging for some food to sustain us. Well, the damn thing nearly killed us both. Damn right. Damn right. John ain't most of the thing. Oh, we weren't even that desperate. We had 3 meals that day, and I was cramping because we didn't wait long. But when you're out there in the wild... Take care now.
Hey, buddy, I'm kinda suffering here. Can you leave me be?
Mind your step. Dr. Darvish is really strict about keeping... Oh, we're not really supposed to talk about that. Dr. Darvish is pretty strict about that. Well... Oh, sure. Everyone is... I try not to take any of it for granted. Stay healthy.
The samples you've gathered will be a great... Your assistance would be welcome. Organic membranes provide excellent data for treating. What we're looking for are basic organic substances. They could come from any number of flora or fauna on countless worlds. Just keep your eyes open as you travel. Or frankly, if you can find them at a reasonable price somewhere, purchase. The samples you've gathered will be put to good use. What we're looking for up, just keep your eyes open. Or frankly, if you can...
This area's off limits. Authorized personnel only. Obviously. If you need help, go ask reception.
You didn't hear this from me. Those ecliptic mercenaries? The factions use them sometimes. Freestar Collective and UC both. That's why they give them a wide berth.
Took an oath, and I'd say this is a firm violation.
Look, we got that shipment. Although who knows what they expect me to do with it. But maybe approvals really are on the way. Now please, get back to Kai. Make sure his vitals are stable. I don't want to lose him. We'll figure this out. I promise.
Fine. But if we lose Kai, that's it. I'm going to SSNN. I don't give a shit about my career anymore. Hey, who let you in here? This is a restricted area. Fine. I'll tell you. We're on a private contract with Infinity Ltd. It's for something they call Project Dominion. Dr. Lane and I were instructed to conduct human trials on several volunteers. So far, only one patient has survived. Not everyone can afford neuroamp technology. When it comes to the possibility of getting one for free, we had plenty of candidates to choose from. They understood the risks. We just never thought chance of failure would be so high. You're telling me? When Infinity hired us, they said human trial authorization was already underway and we'd have the approvals in a matter of days. The days went by and nothing. Every time we'd ask, it was always just days away, but we kept working. Between the money and potential success, it was easy to tell ourselves that they'd come through.
Sean, what the hell is going on here? Who is this? It's moments like these when I think I just need to hear someone say it out loud. Sean spoke the truth. We thought the approval would arrive any day, so we continued with the project. By the time we started to catch on, it was already too late. We were too immersed in the lie. You really think that's possible? Any price would be worth it to save what little we have left.
Still, it'll never make up for the part we had in it.
Go ahead and do whatever you need to do. You can have full access to my computer.
And thanks. As much as I was ready to commit career suicide, the very thought terrified me. I don't think I can describe how grateful
I really am thankful for your help here.
I don't think you're supposed to be here.
I'm gonna be spending the rest of my life making up for this. We certainly don't deserve your help. I'm not sure we could have gotten by with... About it.
I never should have put my pride before the lives of others.
Excuse me, I have work to do.
Nice hat. What?
Nice. Clean set there. What's going on? Nice jump.
This is Freestar Space. Please hold your current speed and heading while we scan you for contraband. Alright, you're good. Welcome.
Got my eye on you.
Okay. Hello.
Don't wander into any restricted areas. Just hand Vina the shipment so we can get on with it.
Hey there. Is that my beautiful shipment? You were right about this one, Masako. So I've heard. Now, I shall excuse myself and get to work on finalizing this prototype.
So, what did you learn about CM Station RC-1? Lucas must be desperate if he hired them to collect the Rothosite. Were there any survivors? Our station on Carinae 3A and Consolidated Mining's contract were both confidential. We had no reason to believe they'd be under any threat. Of course, we had no reason to believe we had a mole, either. Corporate culture may have its ugly side, but that doesn't mean we've lost our humanity. Our moves are strategic and precise, as you should know. The moment we justify the slaughter of innocents is when we go from competitive to criminal. Good. I may not condone murder, but I refuse to have sympathy for indiscriminate killers like Ecliptic, especially after massacring innocents working for us. Now, I also had a report that you were spotted at the clinic. I take it you traced the shipment there? Our technicians are thorough, but they aren't that thorough. Your ship docking there simply caught their attention is all. But on the off chance it was related to your assignment, they're currently combing through the clinic records as we speak. I figured it was related. And were you able to determine the purpose of this secure wing? So, it sounds like Lucas has reached a new level of desperation to ensure his future as CEO. I'll make sure Yuko's team extracts every bit of information they can from the clinic's database on this. In the future, I'd avoid making such promises. But in this case, I don't see any harm in allowing you to uphold it, provided the information our technicians uncover isn't too damning. Between hiring Ecliptic and unauthorized human trials, we have enough to take Lucas down for good. And with the Rothocytes secure, it's almost time for us to make our move. Not long, according to her. She and DeMarcus have everything prepped and ready. I believe it's just a matter of creating the alloy and molding it according to her design. Exactly. It also buys us time, which, unfortunately, we need. I'm sure you remember your actions during Directive Theta, especially in regards to Administrator Bayou. Thanks to your inability to follow protocol, we now owe him a debt. One that you get to pay. That is a very long game you're referring to, for a future I hope we all see someday. The Administrator wants us to deal with a rival operative. And when I say deal with, it means he wants them dead. This is not an assignment I give lightly. I can see how you might come to that conclusion, but I've never been one to condone violence where subterfuge may suffice. Find the operative and do what you must. We already have a team prepped to handle any fallout. When it's done, report back to Dalton. I have a meeting to prepare for.
I'll pay your little fine here, but I better not.
Maybe we should set up more posts in the area.
Why bother? They want to tear themselves to shreds. As long as all that stays out of the plaza, the job is done.
Hey, get out of my way! How are you going to take me to prison if you're dead?
That side's a bad place for tourists these days. Oh, there he's gone down. That side's a bad place for tourists these days.
Damn it. Please tell me that seeing you here is just a coincidence. I needed a job, so when a rival corp offered me a chance to be an operative, I took it. My first test was breaking into the trade tower to get access codes. It didn't go as planned. A guard spotted me. I hoped they wouldn't be able to ID, but looks like that's just my luck. No, hold on. Can't we talk about this? Look, you promised you'd listen. Just hear me out. I know. Working at Ryujin taught me I always needed a backup plan. I have a place. It's not in the settled systems, so it'd be almost impossible to track me. Just let me go there, and no one will ever hear or see me again. Damn it!
This better not be a waste of my time. Now we're getting some.
Buzz off. Busy.
Don't cause any trouble. Keep out of my way, and I'll keep out of yours.
Ah, back from doing Administrator Bayou's little favor. Good. I'll send word to Bayou that amends have been made. Now we can get back to more important matters. I briefed Masako on the mole and went over the evidence you brought from Nix in detail. The evidence you provided was enough. After some debate, we decided to fully disclose the results in this meeting. So I wanted you to be prepared. No. Directive Theta will remain confidential. We now know how effective it is, and may need to resort to it again in the future. Good. As long as the board isn't feeling difficult today, this meeting should go smoothly. Now, let's get this over with, shall we? We called you all together to discuss a recent security breach. We discovered a mole within the company who leaked vital information about Project Dominion to Infinity Ltd.
You've got to be kidding me.
Just don't tell me it's Vina. I think we've all noticed she's not here.
Before you speculate any further, no, it's not Vina. The guilty party is Imogene Salzo, much to my disappointment. Our operative here obtained the evidence to confirm it.
Dalton, how does something like this happen?
Imogene is highly trained. Ularu can even speak to that. We demand the best. So that's the threat we deal with.
I may have well-trained operatives, but security is your responsibility, Dalton. This is a huge failing on your part.
I accept the responsibility, but let's not forget, the mole has already been exposed and dealt with.
Of course, thanks to another of my operatives. I know you're not insinuating that this is my fault.
Imogene's been dealt with, so bickering is pointless. All I care about is reacquiring our property and what this might be costing us financially.
Vina is completing the internal neuroamp prototype as we speak. Our operative will receive the implant, infiltrate Infinity Ltd, and obtain any and all research. I have it on good authority. The experimentations they've done to replicate the missing pieces of our work have resulted in fatalities.
And the public often gets what it wants.
If I may make a suggestion, we should give this evidence to David at SSNN. It's the best neutral method of releasing this information to the general public.
That'd make my job easier.
David it is, then.
Masako, the internal neuroamp is ready if you want to send down the candidate.
I hope you're ready for this. Vina will be waiting for you in the neuroamp division in R&D. Once you're done, meet me in my office. Be ready to discuss the details of your next assignment.
So much work to do. I'm impressed you all managed to handle the situation without needing my help. Imogene's actions may have repercussions that go beyond Infinity Ltd. I misjudged Imogene. I never would have expected this from her. I'd hate to be on Infinity's legal team when this story breaks. Don't be surprised if I keep an extra eye on you after this procedure. Something about this internal neuroamp has never sat well with me. I'm impressed you all managed to handle the situation without needing
Trying to
my
waste
help.
all of our time here, or what? You better get down to R&D before Masako begins to think you're incompetent. I believe you have an appointment with Dr. Kalra. It's a shame about Imogene. I expected better of her.
Vina's expecting you.
The news about Imogene is unsettling. You have a very unique look. Someone with a great eye, luxurious taste, and years of people watching at the Astro Lounge. That someone is me, of course. I'm often told that my observations can come across as insults. It's a talent, as Genevieve often tells me. In the effort of making small talk, I hope you're enjoying your newly gained position. Our operatives are quite the expense, but a necessary one. You're proving to be quite the outlier. We have that in common. I believe I've met my social quota for the day, so I'll be continuing on with my work now. Perhaps we'll chat another time.
I knew this meeting was gonna be good. It's a shame. Oh yeah, when Masako promoted me to head up marketing, I told her, being the brilliant mind, that every facet of Ryujin's narrative is carefully crafted by me and my team, with plenty of help from operations, of course. Cover stories, mostly. If an operative is caught, it's a lot of conversations, not to mention preparing our own. The NeuroAmp campaign. I have a love-hate relationship. It's easy to get our target audience.
Masako and I should be fine wrapping up this meeting without you.
Double-check those measurements are right. Anesthesia always makes me nervous.
Not possess advanced surgical capabilities.
Ah, here's my lucky candidate. I hope you're ready to embark. Yes, Now, just a few I'll be making a small the whole procedure.
Did I not just say?
You know I'm just giving you a... Besides, I've got a... Of course. We've got, what?
6, but who's...
All I'm saying is that you're... Now, just lie down. All right, let's get this party started. who's finally up. The operation was a success, obviously. Once you're able to refocus, let me know how you're doing.
I am not permitted to perform medical practices without human oversight. You appear dehydrated. I suggest you...
So, how are you feeling? You look good?
quantity of water.
Yep, that's me every morning. But the whole point of this is no visual indication and no adverse side effects. So, sounds like we're on track. Just a couple quick notes before using the internal neuroamp. First, you can only influence one person at a time. Now that's something to talk to the drone engineers about. Now let's test this sucker out. DeMarcus has graciously volunteered for That's the spirit. DeMarcus loves being hand. It's probably why. Just head up the stairs near...
I have performed a cursory scan of your vital signs. You are currently alive.
All right, relax. This is...
Oh my god, that was incredible. What was it like?
How to describe it? 1 minute I was excited about seeing how the experiment would go. The next, I had a brief moment of disorientation and figured I must have lost my train of thought. It felt really natural. And yes, I admit it, just as you predicted.
I knew it! I knew it! I knew it! I can hardly wait to finish writing out my latest dissertation. And you owe me 100 creds.
I'll be keeping myself under constant surveillance now. I'm curious if any other side effects may manifest.
So, tell me all about it. How did it feel? Any side effects? Well, I'd leave that up for Alexis and Lyndon to decide. Compensation's not really my thing. I'll take that as a no on the side effects, and that toy you love so much is very powerful, so use it wisely.
Yeah, toy is hardly the word I'd use to describe it. It really was fascinating how all-eyed it's truly Those are the kind of edge cases that obviously. When it comes to your job, but if a subject's morals or... That being said, it's been...
Okay. As much as I'd love to go over the details and potential of this amazing piece of technology I created, it sounds like you have an assignment.
Our floor's off limits to most people.
I hate waiting. It's just more time to doubt myself.
Good, you're here. I wasn't sure how accurate Vina's promise of no downtime was going to be.
Let's just hope her promise of no brain damage holds true as well.
You must be in someone's good graces to be invited up to the executive floor. The custodians thank you for stopping by.
Now that you've been outfitted with the internal neuroamp, it's time to put that tech to work. We're sending you into Infinity Ltd. Lucas Drexler is about to learn exactly why you don't steal from Ryujin Industries. All right. Yuko has provided a layout of Infinity Ltd. You have two options for this assignment. We'll be providing you with the means for both. Option A, you gain entry through their maintenance access on the roof. Option B, we give you an assigned identity and arrange a meeting for you. Option A, you need to remain under the radar the entire time. Option B, you have a slight cover that may give you the opportunity to talk your way to your objectives. Of course not. The meeting is just a legitimate way in. Once inside, you'll be led to a waiting room where your host will be running late. That's your opportunity to make your way to either the executive floor or R&D. Just hope those acting skills don't get you caught or killed. Now, depending on your preference, you'll either find yourself in the maintenance hallway or the marketing department. From there, you have 3 targets. First, you have Lucas Drexler's computer, located in his office on the executive floor. Second is Faye Sengsavan's computer, in research and development. And third, you need to obtain the prototype they are working on, also in R&D.
As you can see, you've several floors to traverse, so I hope you're prepared for an adventure.
Any mercenary or disgruntled worker can go shoot a place up. You're a Ryujin operative, so start acting like one. Now, I had Ularu create a program that you need to run on both Lucas and Faye's computers. I'll let her explain the details.
You see, once we expose Infinity Ltd, all of their data is going to come under intense scrutiny. We only want the public to know about their mercenary hires and unauthorized human trials, but Project Dominion needs to remain confidential. I've created an overseer program that will gather all the evidence we need, and at the same time delete anything relating to Ryujin and the internal neuroamp. Please do. I hate to think we're putting our faith in the wrong operative. Now, we don't want to mess on this one. A body count will only distract from what we're trying to accomplish here. Simon Rychek provided some useful info on how to evacuate civilians from the building. I'm sure you remember him from Sidonia. Infinity's maintenance crew is understaffed. It's only a matter of time before pressure gauges go unchecked and they have a massive issue on their hands. Once that pressure becomes too much, every floor in the building is going to suffer from gas leaks, setting off an automated alarm to evacuate the building. Simon was able to get a passcode for you to access their system's computer, so you can force the heating system to fail. That old man's going to be around for some time to come, especially since I heard you helped him get rid of an old thorn in his side. We're also issuing you an operative suit. It should help reduce their ability to detect you. These suits are typically reserved for the senior ranks, but we want to reduce as much risk as possible. And that's what we're hoping for. If you can pull this off, even I'll be impressed.
Once you've run the Overseer program and obtained the prototype, your final step is to deliver the slate to David Barron at the SSNN field office. If he asks questions, feel free to give him just enough information to pique his interest, but no mention of Ryujin or who you are. SSNN is used to anonymous tips. They'll do whatever verifications they deem necessary on their own to confirm the story. Ularu assured me it's safe.
The Overseer program will purge itself once its primary function is complete. The only thing left on that slate will be proof of Infinity's crimes.
Good. I guarantee the moment he scratches the surface on that story, he'll have a broadcast sent to every system. So, any final questions before you go? Good luck, and be sure to report directly back to me when you return.
Come with me. I have everything you need for this assignment in my office. As much as I hate to admit it, Masako's plan is fairly straightforward and effective. Believe it or not, Masako did a brief stint in operations. It was before my time, of course, but I heard she was quite the technician. It's not like she casually moved through the ranks either, and when it came to being CEO, she seized that position. Ask her about it sometime. Well, while you still can. I'm only thinking it's a shame I can't keep her on as my own replacement. In an ideal world, Imogene would at least still be around. But the downside of making a move like this is that those bridges will never be rebuilt. Very astute. It's nice to see you're living up to expectations as an operative. Lucky for you, my side of the plan doesn't involve any extra legwork on your end. The program that Masako had me write will be doing all the heavy lifting. While it's downloading the evidence needed, it will also be interspersing an array of files that will say Masako was heavily involved. The board can ignore the evidence if they want, but they won't be able to ignore the backlash that this will create. And in this case, the motive is ruining Infinity Ltd. The story will go, Masako was only pretending to help Infinity Ltd. By giving them information on Project Dominion, but she only gave them enough to hang themselves. That's right. The board will assume Masako either misled us, or that Imogene was working for her. So you have nothing to worry about. Now here's everything you need. Simon's passcode, your operative suit, the Overseer program, and your cover identity. Your cover ID card is encoded with roof entry and elevator access. So that's your ticket in, either way. Don't screw this up, Skylar Lumen. I'm very much looking forward to your return. Only that you're the CEO of a new little startup called Lumen Interactive. The rest is entirely up to you. I trust you can create and maintain facts to your own story? Sure, don't get caught. Seriously though, you have that internal neuroamp for a reason.
Don't cause any trouble.